Tapped in. Keep the credit, I'ma get it on the back end. Kick rocks, cutting corners, trying to cash in. We still outside, high as gas is.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video on today. It is the Keeping It Raw podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so that you'll be notified whenever we put up an upload. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to talk about running back Donovan Edwards in the 2024 season. He's finally going to get his chance and his opportunity to lead this Michigan Wolverines backfield. And definitely, I think that he's going to be more than ready for the challenge. He's been ready for, I think Donovan Edwards was ready last year. Last year, they didn't give him the ball as much as they did in 2022. And we're going to unpack all of this, man. It's going to be a great show for you on today. And we're just going to talk about Donovan Edwards. This is one of my favorite running backs in college football. This kid is explosive. If you got a chance to watch Donovan Edwards, you saw him in the championship game, how explosive he was against the Huskies, how explosive he was against the Ohio State Buckeyes, how explosive he is, just period. One of the most explosive running backs in college football. Will he be able to rush over 2,000 yards? That's probably something he won't probably be able to do, but you never know. You never know. Just depending, because Michigan definitely is going to have to give him the ball this year. I think that Donovan Edwards, a good season for him and a good amount of totes is really going to do him well this season. I think he should get the ball anywhere between 200 to 300 times this season. That's how good this kid is. I believe in this kid. I know Michigan believes in this kid. To me, I'm not going to even lie to you guys. I wanted Blake Corum to go to the NFL last year because I wanted to see Donovan Edwards. Donovan Edwards is must-watch TV. This kid is good. One of the best dual-threat running backs in all of college football. I do believe that this is going to be Donovan Edwards' greatest opportunity to be able to get his shine on. And I can't wait to watch this kid. I've been wanting to watch Donovan Edwards for a long time, be able to take the reins of this team over because it was just so many games where you saw this kid was just so explosive, man. And I know, what I'm saying, when you're probably thinking about it, a lot of people are saying like, man, Donovan Edwards is going to be gracing the cover of the college football game, and he did not even lead the nation in rushing. But they know that Donovan Edwards is so special that they granted this man the opportunity to be able to grace the cover of college football. Because they could have picked Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon led the league. Led the nation last year in rushing. I think he had over 1,700 yards rushing to go along with 21 touchdowns. So they could have, allow Ollie Gordon to be the cover face. They didn't have to pick Donovan Edwards, but they know that Donovan Edwards is special. He is one of those dudes that could possibly be drafted in the first round, maybe in the later rounds. He's that good. I'm not saying that he's going to be a top 10 guy when it comes to being drafted or nothing like that, but he's one of those kids where you could draft him in the first round in the later half of the. I think that he's that good. I think he's that golden when it comes to carrying the football, and I think that he's even a better receiver too as well out of the backfield. So I think this season for Michigan, the biggest thing is going to be able to get him his touches and be able to see what Alex Orji can do. That's going to be the biggest thing for Michigan to be able to have success this season, because we know I think this year the other teams come over and they start playing now. I think Oregon and I think USC and maybe Oregon, USC, and I think I'm trying to think who's the other team. UCLA or something. Yeah, I think it might be UCLA. I think these guys are coming over to the division this year. Well, it's going to be a little tough this season, but at the same time, if they are coming over this season and this is the year that they come over, it's going to be a little tough. But at the same time, I still think that he's going to be one of the most productive running backs in college football, because now he's going to be able to maximize what he's been trying to do for the last couple seasons. And I know last year he probably wanted to take over the starting job and the starting role, and then he didn't even get a touchdown to like towards the end of the season, man. So it was kind of tough, man. Last year was a tough year playing behind Blake Corum, but at the same time, he didn't complain about it. He's a team guy. And now he's going to finally get his opportunity to lead this Michigan Wolverine backfield. And I cannot wait to see this guy on Saturdays. He is going to be big time. He's going to be big time. And I know you guys as Michigan fans, you guys are expecting nothing but great things from Donovan Edwards because you know how good this kid is. You know that he has the potential to put up some staggering numbers. But they're going to have to be able to feed him. They're going to have to be able to definitely make sure, the biggest thing for him is being able to keep those injuries down and be productive. Because I think that Donovan Edwards is so good where he could be a guy that could be drafted in the later of the first rounds. Definitely he's going to be a day 2 guy, no doubt. No doubt. He's that talented. You don't pick somebody on the cover of college football if you don't think that they're talented. You don't put Travis Hunter on the cover of the college football if you don't think that this kid is big time. Quinn Ewers from Texas, you don't put those guys on the cover of college football if you don't think that those guys can play or they can flat out ball. So it's going to be an exciting season if you're a Michigan Wolverine and you can't wait till the season start because you know what Donovan Edwards is going to bring to the table. I can't wait to see what he's going to bring to the table because I think that this kid is going to be big time in his offense. And I think that he's finally going to get the workload that he's always been wanting to have. Last season was a year that he probably wished it went a little bit better. You know what I mean? Especially coming off a season where you almost rushed over 1,000 yards as a backup. That doesn't happen that often for a backup running back to come in and almost almost eclipse 1,000 yards running. That doesn't happen. But Blake Corum was a good running back for Michigan. Can't deny what Blake Corum was able to do at Michigan. But now this season is all about Donovan Edwards. I can't wait to see it. And I'm excited to see Michigan football team and what type of team Michigan is going to be this year. Because we don't know. Last year Michigan won the national title. But in order for Michigan to be able to do that again and be in the playoffs and be able to compete for a national title again, they're going to have to be big time again this year. That's the only how that Michigan is going to be able to stay afloat. They're going to have to be good again this season. You got to stay consistent. That's the biggest thing for the Michigan Wolverines. If you want to be able to do some of the things that Alabama was able to do, how they were able to dominate college football, how Ohio State dominates every season and stuff like that, you got to be consistent. And I think that's going to be the key for Michigan going into this season. They're going to have to be consistent and they're going to have to play together. And we really got to see what type of quarterback Alex Orji is going to be for the Michigan Wolverines. Because you're going to go as far as your leader can take you. And if this kid is big time Alex Orji at quarterback, then I think that Michigan they're gonna have a good season. Now I already know that he's a dual threat quarterback, but they're gonna expect for him to throw that football around more so than his legs. You want to see if this guy can really throw the football and really set up Michigan to be a powerhouse again this season. But at the end of the day, definitely, guys, I want you to leave it in the comments section. How many rushing yards do you think Donovan Edwards is going to have this season? What type of season do you expect out of Donovan Edwards? Because you know that this kid is big time. What are your expectations on the Michigan Wolverines and Donovan Edwards being able to take over the #1 running back spot, which we all know that he's good, but what kind of numbers what kind of numbers will this kid put up? Because at the end of the day, that's the only thing that I want to see is what type of numbers Donovan Edwards can put up when he's healthy. This kid is one of the most explosive running backs in college football, and I can't wait to see Michigan Wolverines run that football with Donovan Edwards. This is something that I've been wanting to see for a long time, and I'm glad that they got a good running back like Donovan Edwards to be able to lead this young group of guys. Definitely, sky's is the limit for Michigan in 2024, but definitely, man, he's going to be all business when it comes to running that football, and I can't wait to see what Donovan Edwards is going to bring to the table. All right, guys, make sure you leave it in the comment section. Comment on the video, and I'll be back to you guys soon with another video. I'm out of here. Peace.
Tapped in. Keep the credit, I'ma get it on the back end. Kick rocks, cutting corners, trying to cash in. We still outside, high as gas is. Watch them force you to EV. Tried to cut me out, but you need me. My value never shows up in the box score. A plus minus they never could have accounted for. No referee can save you, read your scout and report. And even then, you don't stand a chance. Circumstance, thank God for Poe for lending me that band. I probably would've quit by now. Everybody that I started with then been died out. Except Quiddy and Push. Think of bugs every day, I'm not as free as I look. Cushion